let's say you hate your life, you hate your job, you hate everything right now. You're just one big pile of, I hate everything, everything sucks. I say to you, you know what, maybe everything does. Where do you go from there? Do you lay in the gutter and wait for a car to back up over you? I mean, you've got to go somewhere, either forward or backward. We all know, we've all been there where we've had the weight. Has the weight made anything better ever? Ever! I can honestly say never. So what you have to do is get up, get dressed, and every single day decide, I'm committed to being healthy. I'm committed to being healthy. I didn't say thin. I even said to the guy I went to see today, the doctor, I've been trying to lose my last weight for so long, and I want to be a good role model for everybody in my group, and I just can't seem to get it off. And he goes, well, your statistics are perfect, and look at your age. And he goes, why can't you just be happy where you are? And why can't I? You know, I'll try. I'll do the best I can to try and get a few more pounds off. But if there's nothing wrong with me, and I'd like to, you know, be a certain size, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it, because the most important thing is to be healthy. So if you really only have 10 more pounds to go and all your stats are good and everything's good, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just remember, we're here to be healthy, not skinny. This isn't skinny it off. This isn't like try to be as thin as you possibly can off. And I never say nothing tastes as good as being thin feels. I never say that phrase, because I think it's kind of, being thin feels, I don't know. I like the whole healthy part. Plan and prepare. I think I must have said plan and prepare 1,000,000 times, but it is critical. And remembering your goals. Every day you have to decide. Every single day you have to have the discipline. Now, we show discipline in so many other areas of our lives. Now, for example, I have to be at work at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I'm never there at 8 o'clock. I'm always there at 7:30. What if I'm late? What if there's snow? What if there's a traffic? What if there's a problem? What if I fall in the parking lot? I don't know. I don't want to be there at 8. I show the discipline every day. How many people here have to go somewhere outside their house every single day? Do you have the discipline to say, well, they want me there at 7. Now, you might have the kind of job, I never had one, where they're like, come in wherever you want. You don't want to come in, don't come in. We'll still pay you, no problem. Oh, anyone ever had that kind of job that wasn't their father's business? I don't know. Even then, the fathers are usually the worst ones. You make a discipline, you get up, and does anyone ever go to work naked? I've never gone to work naked. I've always had dress. I comb my hair, I brush my teeth. I show the discipline to do those things. So many people say, I have no willpower. And I say, well, what about other areas of your life? Did you change your children when they were wet and needed their diapers changed? Or did you say, oh, well, a couple days, he'll be fine? You have shown things that you consistently do over time. You have to make a deal with yourself. You have to say, there is always going to be restaurants out, parties, but I am committed, especially in session 11, February, March, April, May, June, July. I'm committed to not. One of my best friends invited me to go to Cleveland for St. Patrick's Day. And he's very persuasive. And he's like, I said, oh, thank you, but you know, I not this year. And he's like, what, is it money? I'll pay for a hotel room. I'll pay for your hotel. Is it money? No. I just, it's not, you know, he kept pressing me. And finally I said, listen, I gave up drinking from January 1 till Memorial Day. And I know if I'm going to go to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Cleveland with all my college buddies, that I'm not going to have a beer on St. Patrick's Day, so I'd rather say no. I'd rather keep to my commitment of making that 6 months without drinking than going there for a free hotel room on St. Patrick's Day. And how many of you have just had the wind blowing? Oh, well, they had theater tickets for Thursday night and I just had to go. Well, how about Friday night? How about making that commitment? Honest logs, honest in your exercise. There's so many logs here that are so beautiful, but you still have not made, many of you, a commitment to being honest. You'll say things like fish when it's this big honker fish fried sandwich with the fries and the coleslaw, and you just write fish. Doesn't that sound benign? Fish. And I'm thinking this little, 100-calorie grilled thing from Gorton's when it's this, Doug's saying, hey, here you are again. Doug knows your name over Doug's Fish Fry, You aren't being honest on the food logs. And who are you fooling me? Do you think I sit there and go, And is Bob and Jean collected everyone's logs last week, and I'm laying in bed reading your logs. I read them all. And then when I say you're having too many carbs, and many people have still said to me, what do you mean by that? Let me say it again. Donut, bagel, English muffin, mashed potatoes. Help me. Yell out a few people. Pasta. More.
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza. That's what I'm talking about. I noticed no one yelled out, starchy green vegetables. I wasn't talking about those kinds of carbs. So if you have to ask me, or if I say too many snacks, and you say, but I have to have my snacks. Are we eating because we're hungry, or are we eating because it's our hobby? Is it our hobby? All right. And we just need to stand up and move. I had the music on tonight, and I noticed a few people were moving, and I'm going to have it on again. Every week, whoever wants to move, move. You need to get up and get off your duff. And you have to do something that you can live with for everybody the rest of your life. If anyone read the article that I wrote for Thrive Magazine, that was the title of it. Do you know how many people wanted to have an article in the first edition of Thrive Magazine? And the reason they picked that was because they thought it was a fresh look at weight loss. A fresh look? The rest of your life? Everyone should look at weight loss that way. But it's almost, everyone wants to hear about 3 months, 4 months. In 1 month, you can go from 300 to 200. Is it really? Or is it the rest of your life? Okay, we're going to talk about mental commitment to weight loss a little bit more. Every action has a consequence. If on Wednesday night you go to the Pizza Shack and you have, 5 pieces of pizza and 10 wings and some light beers, and you're up on the scale the next day and you go, what? And I look at your log, every action has a consequence. And important decisions are always difficult, and they always take time. That's why some people, they'll say, oh, I'm from session 1, and I'm just starting to lose weight now. Sometimes it takes people months, years to wrap your head around weight loss. And when I say important decisions are difficult, did you ever go to Rosie O'Grady's bar back, let's say in 1980? Did you go to Rosie O'Grady's bar and you walk down, you go, oh, hi. Oh, can I marry you? I'd like to marry you. I'm making it. No, you meet someone, you talk to them, you get to know them. Over time, you decide if they're the right spouse for you. Same with the car. Maybe some people just go to Priscilla's and they go, I'll take that one right there. Or do you test drive it? Do you do some research? Do you look around? So many people think all you have to do is sign up for Pray It Off, and boom, why am I losing weight? Well, you're not losing weight because you're not eating less and moving more. And you know what's interesting too? If you commit to losing weight and being healthy, then it says providence comes with you. And I don't call it providence, I say God. God wants you to do some work. Some people say to me, God's not helping me. You got to kind of get going, and God's behind you, kicking you in the butt. You got to start yourself before He'll do it. And then a lot of people are afraid. So many people gained weight. Oh, remember I told you I'd tell you how we did? All right. Remember, oh, this is funny. The very first week, I wanted everyone to lose 100 pounds. Remember? I said that? I want the group to lose 100 pounds, and people kind of laughed. But you know what I did? I made a huge mistake that week. Because we almost lost 100 pounds. We lost 98. But here's where my mistake was. I didn't tell the rest of you not to gain 77. So the very first week in January, the first diet week, people gained 77 pounds. And why? Because just the thought, just the mere thought of saying, no thank you, is more than you could bear. But we got better. The next week, last week, we lost 92 and we only gained 31. So overall, for session 11, we're only at plus 19. So let's get in the black, everybody. Let's get in the black. And you have to look at the following questions. What am I committed to? What do I love? Who do I love? And then you have to remind yourself that this life is impermanent. This vessel is impermanent. The world is impermanent. The only permanence is the love of God. And then read this aloud. Are we getting tight, Vince? I mean, Bob. I called him Vince. All right, I'll stop right there.